Go ahead. Burn, put some stupid sun down here, man. Oh man. I'm just seeing if anybody gonna pop up in this bitch. Need to get this page back popping, man. Make this some kind of source of fucking income or something. I'm happy that you could turn this shit off now. Hell yeah. I was waiting for them to put this feature back where you could turn the camera off with this bitch. What's popping, YouTube? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is you? You know what I mean? Haven't been live in a minute till I pop up on this YouTube shit. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I haven't really been live. I haven't been doing YouTube in a while. Like off and on, I've been live here and there, but I haven't been live really in a while. Just getting back on the groove for things. How's everything going with you? Yeah, it's been a good while. This page ain't even in the algorithm no more. That's how long it's been. So I'm surprised that you even got the notifications because I haven't been live on here in a while. I've been doing okay. Just handling a lot of personal shit. Haven't really had time to be on YouTube like that. You know what I mean? Work schedule changed a little bit. Not working the same shift. Um, yeah, so I haven't really been on YouTube, but I want to get back on here though. I was messing with my sport page for a while. Then that got boring to me. YouTube gets boring to me real fast. You know what I mean? But I got some kind of content in mind I want to start doing. Have you ever been on YouTube neither? Yeah, I haven't been on YouTube. I mostly been moderating, helping moderating a page that's picking up a lot of traffic now. So I've been on YouTube, but mostly just moderating the page. You know, the podcast was so. Make sure you follow the podcast with Soul Nicole, because you know Sean G. He from Jersey too. His platform always been big, but he's covering the Diddy case, and he's actually been in the courtroom. So he's been taking notes down, and he's got a lot of direct access to what's going on with the Diddy case. So he's been talking about that on his podcast from New York, from outside the courtroom. So I've been moderating that page a lot. That's what I've been doing lately when it comes to YouTube. I haven't been messing with my own YouTube. So yeah, make sure you go. Everybody go sub to the podcast with Soul. I'm actually gonna start promoting Sean G's page a little bit more because we had a lot of traffic. Like he be having like a good 2,000 people on the page easy, about 2 or 3,000 people easy. We had academics. I don't know if anybody know. He a big YouTuber. We had 360 Jeezy. We had a couple of big YouTube people that popped up in his page. So he's starting to build a lot of traffic. So you know what I mean? So I'm doing like mostly behind the scenes type of work. You know what I mean? Maybe trying to get some interviews with some people, just building connections with people. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I haven't really been on YouTube, but I definitely want to push this page out a little bit more again. Um, right now I'm watching my boy Peach right now. He another big YouTuber. I want to get a hold of Peach. I think he out of Baltimore. Um, he does mostly food reviews though. I wouldn't mind doing a YouTube channel like that, like like doing food reviews. It's just that you gotta be out all the time buying food and reviewing the food. You gotta spend a lot of money and shit like that, buying different food, trying different food out, recording it, shit like that. But that's a lot of the YouTube channels I've been following. So I haven't been tracking sports like that since my Knicks got out. You know what I mean? What's up, Farron? What it do? What it do? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, everybody's been off YouTube, Farron. Like I said, we all been. Are you about to travel, Farron? All right, facts. About to travel? We about to go to Farron? It's been a minute. Eh? I haven't seen Big B in a while. Like a lot of people been off YouTube. I've been off YouTube, and when I come back on, people like, damn, Rich, you've been gone for a minute. And so like I like to pop up in here to let people know like what I'm doing, so people don't think like something bad happened to me. So I like to still pop up and show my face. I'm still alive. I'm here. I just haven't been on this page. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been. Everybody go follow the podcast with Soul. Follow the podcast with Soul. Yeah, YouTube is getting boring. Nicole, it definitely is. Oh, okay, if you're Mexican City, okay. Honduras. Okay. So you really doing some road traveling, fan. All right, getting out there, seeing the world. Yeah, YouTube is definitely getting boring. It's the same kind of content. Like and me, like I don't really follow a lot of beef and pages no more. That's why people don't see me. I don't really follow that drama. That shit is corny as hell, and I'm sorry. No disrespect people that still follow them sectors. Them sectors are corny as hell to me. Like the beefing back and forth type of sectors, some shits is corny. I don't follow them shits no more. Like I try to take them off my radar. You know what I mean? I'm more into like food content, like you said, like fan, like traveling, fishing. Like I'm into like different content now. I'm not into the same kind of content. That's why I don't be on this bitch no more. You know what I mean? I'm mostly like I said, I'm moderating a big page that's starting to blow up. So the best way to build connections is me to be on that page, me to moderate that page, and people see my name in blue. Because on that page, he don't got a lot of moderators. There's only like 4 or 5 of us. So, when he got 4,000 people in the chat and people see my name, I actually got a few subscribers just for me being one of his moderators. People are like, oh shit, he knows Sean G. That's one of his moderators, Jersey Rich. Let me go follow Jersey Rich. I got like 3 or 4 and I haven't been on this page. I got like 3 or 4 subscribers just off the strength of that shit. Those beefing sectors are corny and boring. I stopped going to those sectors a long time ago. Yeah, facts. Facts. Nicole. Yeah, I don't really pop up in those. That's why I'm saying people don't never see me in them chats no more. Because it's just like it ain't no content. It ain't they just going back and forth. Just beefing back and forth. How'd that hook up with Sean G? Well, I've been following Sean G for years. And he knows I'm from Jersey. He's seen me in the chat for a long time. And he's real curious about who moderates his page. So I guess he was somebody that I trust, and I got his real number. He's somebody that I could really talk to. I could text Sean G. I could call him. You know what I mean? I got real cool with him. So he may be one of his moderators of the page, which is gonna help me in the long run too. Because the bigger his page gets, I can maybe do some real traffic on this page. You feel me? Where I can start doing some big interviews and stuff like that. Because a lot of people starting to follow him now. Like I said, academics, people that got like a million subs and shit like that. So, they starting to follow his page now. So, they see my name in blue. They're like, oh shit, that's one of his moderators, Jersey Rich. They see my name. So that's kind of how I've been doing it, but mostly just being in his chat when he didn't have so many people in the chat riding it out with him. You feel me? This is his second channel. His first page had about like 90,000 subs, and then he took that page down because YouTube was playing with his money. And he always had the second page, which is the podcast was sold. Well, this would be my music channel, really. Yeah, this will be my music channel. What I might start doing again, like if you go back to my shorts, I was like dancing, putting shorts out. I might get back into my shorts on this page. Like that's what I might do. Because going live is kind of boring to me. Like going live is boring now. Like I like to do some shit that people can watch. So I might actually get back into like my music, like you know what I mean? Like put music, not my own music, but just random music, maybe me dancing to it, or me. I wanted to turn this into like a page where you could go back to my shorts and you could go replay like some music that maybe you haven't heard in a long time. Like, oh shit, I haven't heard this song in a minute. I heard this shit on Jersey Rich page. Let me go download it. So I was trying to make my shorts like that. And I was doing that like a year ago. Then I stopped. I'm like, bro, I need to get back into that. Maybe like 6 months ago I was doing it. Then I stopped, and I don't know why I stopped. I should have kept going. So I'm about to get back into that. Speaking of that, it's funny that you mentioned that too, because I was thinking about that. So, you know what? I need to get back into posting music back on this page. Something fun, something entertaining. You know what I'm saying? No drama, none of that. Just something that people could watch. Maybe I'll play some old R&B from the '60s, the '70s, the '80s, the early '90s. You're like, oh shit, I haven't heard this song in a minute. Like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I seen this on Jersey Rich page. Let me go download this shit. Let's see, Rich, I'm giving up on content. I feel like I involved past YouTube, but I still come support a few channels that I moderate for. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Nicole. Yeah, like I'm not that heavy on YouTube no more. I'm more like I want to fuck with the stock market. That's kind of like my like niche now, where I want to like put money into that and try to double money. I'm kind of into like the stock market now and buying stocks and crypto. I'm kind of like really like getting heavy into that. That's why I don't be on YouTube like that neither. And plus, I don't make no money off this shit. You gotta be like real famous to make money off YouTube. You gotta be real popping, and it takes real long to get popping on YouTube. You know what I mean? That's one reason why I stopped doing content from this page, because YouTube was fucking with my watch time and shit like that. I'm like, I don't got time for the YouTube no more. Like, it is what it is. If I don't ever get monetized on YouTube, it is what it is. I stopped caring. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to make money off this shit, but if I ain't making no real money off of it, it ain't no sense. And then like with me, like content gets corny to me. So if the content is corny to me, then I don't want to go live. Like, I'm going live right now because I'm bored. I'm just watching some YouTube on TV. I'm home. I'm like, let me cut this YouTube shit on, see who might pop up in here. Let me know. Let me like maybe get people to go to Sean G's page. Like if you went to like the Diddy's case, or like even working out. Like Sean G's really known for working out. That's what he's really known for. But then he kind of moved over into like journalism, like when he's doing like reports from like the courtroom with the Diddy case, and there's a couple other things he touched on. So his page actually blew up more because of that. Now he still does his workout stuff, but they blew up bigger than that now. I feel like if you have a big podcast, or if you someone who has money or brand, you can be used for marketing, but otherwise it's whack. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. Like that's what I might use YouTube for. Like I said, I might like I'm thinking about doing more shorts, right? Getting back into this doing shorts, and mostly making my page into like a library that you could go into, and you could like if right now if you go to my shorts on this page, you might hear some songs that you haven't heard in a long time. Like, oh shit, like I heard this on Jersey Rich page. I want to turn my page more into that. Um, I don't know what else I'm gonna do going live. Like going live gets boring. You feel me? Like you gotta be real dedicated to putting content out. If you're not dedicated, it gets boring. So once it gets boring to you, then yeah, don't do it. That's what happened to me, Nicole. Like also it's good for things like cooking videos or working out videos, but much. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty much what I watch right now. Right now, I'm watching my boy Peach right now. I don't know if you ever seen his content. He does content from viewing food and shit like that, but he does other kind of content too, family content, but mostly it's about food. So I watch his videos a lot. I watch Cameron and Mace. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's probably that. And I'm on the podcast with Sean G. I'm on that page a lot. Other than that, like I'm not that heavy on that. Oh, accounting the fight. Yeah, see that's where the money is. That yeah, they're speaking that to and stocks. So like shit like that, stocks and shit like that. I'm following. So anything that has to do with how to double money, how to make money is kind of what I'm watching. I look, I kind of gave up on just that trying to build a big audience up, and Yeah, yeah, I kind of I got born with it, and I'm not somebody that likes to go live all the time. I get real bored going live. I run out of subjects, so I'm like, you know what? I might just turn this page into to a short page again. But I'm just doing shorts. Just for myself, you know what I mean? It keeps you just keeps me going when I'm bored. Just something like if I'm in the house and I'm bored, I just like I'll push some shorts out real fast and see what it do. But going live is and all that stuff, yeah, I'm not gonna really be going live all like that no more. You know what I mean? It ain't something that I'm trying to really do like that no more. Uh-huh. That's what you do, Nicole? All shorts? Yeah, facts, facts, facts. Yeah, Sean G actually talks about finance too. He actually got a degree in like finance. So you might actually like his content. I don't know if you ever like went to his page before, but yeah, the podcast with Soul. Sean G. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, I'm trying to promote his page on here a little bit too, because I did it before and I got people pushed over there. But I just don't want the wrong people going to that page. You know, then I got end up blocking people and shit like that. So yeah, Sean G. Mm-hmm. Well, that's his name. That's his name. But the channel is the podcast with Soul. Podcast with Soul. The podcast with Soul. Podcast. The podcast with Soul. Like I said, I focus on because Sean G from Jersey. He does a lot of New York, Jersey. He does come to Florida. He does content from Florida too because he does travel a little bit too. Yeah, but it's just a good ass page. You know what I mean? It's a rounded off page. But like low key, I'm building up connections like low key, like Cuban links from Cuban links used to be down with Terror Squad with Fat Joe. So my big bro like Born is real cool with Cuban links, and Cuban links be on the page. Hey, Scripper Mama, how you doing, Queen? Nothing much, nothing much. Oh yeah, please don't promote his. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, I don't promote none of that. Like the stuff I'm really doing behind the scenes, I don't promote that. Just what I mean, like I said, like I'm building up like other connections behind the scenes. Greensville. Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it, Queen. Good to see you. Haven't seen some of y'all in a minute. You know what I mean? I appreciate the love on this quick live I'm doing. Like I said, I haven't really been live on this page like that. I'm behind the scenes. Everybody go to the podcast with Soul, Sean G. Now, I mean, like I said, right now he's covering the Diddy case. He's been in the courtroom since Diddy been on trial. So a lot of the news that's going on with it, Sean G knows what's going on before it even hits the waves. Oh, you said the Gator? Okay, cool, cool, cool. That sounds great. That sounds great. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you had a lot of fun. Like life too short. Let's just get out there and have fun and enjoy life the best way we can. Life is going crazy now, man. With Trump with the Marines in California, New York now. You got the National Guard with these fucking with these immigrants. Shit getting crazy. Shit is getting crazy out here. Low keys, how you doing, Queen? Good to see you on here. Good to see all the queens pop up in here for a quick second. I definitely appreciate just found his channel. Well, Sean G, yeah, everybody, yeah, you too, like low keys. Go to the pod if you want to see me more. Like, I don't really be on my pages. Like I said, I'm moderating a big channel now that's blowing up. The podcast with Soul. So that's where you guys will see me at. I'll be moderating though, but that's where you see me more at. It's the podcast with Soul, Sean G. The podcast with Soul. Tell him Jersey Rich sent you. You know what I mean? I'm one of his top moderators of that page. And like I say, he's covering the Diddy case. He does a lot of different YouTube shit now, but he got like the one of the number one things when it comes to the Diddy content because he's in the courtroom. taking notes down. And after he gets out of court, he comes on his channel and tells you everything that's going on with the people that's on the stand, everything. So if you're interested into that, you know what I mean, definitely follow the podcast with Soul. Channel's definitely blowing the fuck up heavy. Hey Queen, how you doing? TT, how you doing? How you doing? Sierra in the building. How you doing, Queen? Good to see you. Good to see all the queens up in this building. I'm just on here talking. I ain't talking about nothing, but I am promoting one of the channels I do moderate for. Go to the podcast with Soul. You know what I mean? And Tierra, I know like you from New York, so you know what I mean. Like I said, my boy Sean G, he doing the Diddy case right now. So he doing real content. Channel going crazy. We had like 3,000 people in the chat. Shit going crazy. So you want to check me out? Go to the podcast with Soul. I'm just moderating though, but that's what I'm mostly on. I don't be on my YouTube shit no more. This shit got corny. Y'all still be going live? I haven't seen y'all live in a minute. You still be going live, Terry? I haven't seen y'all. When the last time you went live? I don't be fucking with these lives no more. And I was just telling like a lot of y'all don't see me no more because I don't follow those beefing sectors no more. I don't follow that shit. I don't follow those beefing sectors. Anybody that go back and forth with like other channels and other people, I don't follow them shits no more. I kind of took them off my my radar now. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna follow you, Tia. I'm definitely gonna follow you. I love your content, but all that beefing content and people going back and forth, that shit is lame. That shit like 5 years old, corny to me now. Like I'm not saying I'm like I feel like I'm just past that shit now. That shit corny to me now. I don't follow those sectors no more. So a lot of y'all probably won't see me in people chats no more because I just don't follow it. That shit don't do nothing for me. Are you taking a step back too? But please still do your content. I love your content. I just don't like that other shit no more. Shit, yeah, you haven't seen me in a while. Yeah, I haven't been on my platforms. Like I said, I'm building up. You know how I do, y'all. You know, I'm somebody that I'll pop out nowhere, and I'll have a Black Ink interview. I actually was supposed to do another Black Ink interview. I just didn't do it because I'm doing other shit. I might try to team up with like Cuban Links. Like I said, Cuban Links used to be down with Fat Joe. He the one that got stabbed in the face. He was down with Terror Squad back in the day with Big Pun was alive and shit like that. And he got set up by Fat Joe fat ass and shit. He got that's one of my homies. Cuban Link's one of my homies. He usually be down with Terror Squad. You know me, I'm always the nigga behind the scenes that's building up connections. I'm not a big YouTuber, but I be knowing famous people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I just be knowing famous people. But follow the podcast with Soul, everybody. The podcast with Soul, Sean G. We just had like 4,000 people. We had academics. Anybody here follow academics? We had academics. We had 360 Jeezy. We had a lot of big YouTubers that popped in the other day. So yeah, the page is definitely blowing up. You know, I think he got like close to 170K, 170K. Yeah, he's shit getting up there. Yeah, Fat Joe, man, Fat Joe a clown. I know like mad shit about Fat Joe now, just from like Cuban links. Like I said, you want to type in Cuban links, I'm real cool with Cuban Links because my homie Born, he's real cool with them. He used to be like a bouncer in New York. So I got cool with Cuban Links from his page. Yeah, tap in. Everybody tap into Sean G. Tell him Jersey Rich sent you. I'm one of his top moderators. And I said that's a big channel with way over 100,000 subs. And Sean G only got about five. It's only like five moderators. I think it's only five of us. And I don't think he added no more people. The page is just blowing up too much. He like, I got my five moderators. That's it. So he really counts on us to really like moderate the channel and shit like that. So and I probably will be having an interview with Sean G soon. Yeah, you know me. I got some interviews coming up soon, but I don't fuck with this YouTube shit no more. This shit corny. Oh, he had 169. So okay, yep. And this is his second page too. That's his second page. He had a first page that was at 90,000 and YouTube was fucking with his channel. He took that page down and grew the second page to that number right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey Jess, how you doing, Queen? Good to see all the queens in here. All the queens here. It be the queens that support the page. You don't see no real dudes up in there. You don't see no dudes up in this page. Well, Farron popped in for a quick second. Yeah, YouTube is corny. That's why y'all don't see me on this shit no more. YouTube got corny. It got boring to me. And I don't make no money off this shit. I do this shit for free. This shit corny. Everybody go to the podcast with soul. That's the page that I mostly moderate from now. Podcast with soul. Song G. He doing all the Diddy cases, like anything that's going on with the Diddy trial. He knows everything before it hits the news because he's in the courtroom. He knows everything that's going on behind the scenes with the Diddy case because he is in the courtroom every single day. He's in the courtroom taking notes down. Then he comes on his page and tells like what's happening. With people on the stand staying it. The Diddy case is crazy. It's a lot of back and forth shit that's going back and forth. It's weird too. I'm still on YouTube, Jess, but I don't be on my own platform no more. Like I said, I might get back into like doing some like shorts on this page, like my music shorts, but I'm on my boys page right now, the OG page, Sean G, the podcast with Soul. So that's the only page that I'm kind of like focused on right now because the page is blowing the fuck up. Like I said, I just got off the page. We just had like 3,000 people inside the chat. You know what I mean? So yeah, that page is going crazy right now. So my focus is that page because I'm building up connections through that page. Like I said, we just had academics. Anybody here know who academics is? Academics got like a couple of million subscribers on his channel, close. Or to close. I think he got close to like a million subscribers or some shit like that. He got a big ass platform, Hot 97. Everybody talk about academics. A lot of people listen to academics and take his content. And he's been promoting Sean G's page. So you could tell how this shit gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the podcast with Soul. The podcast with Soul. Sean G. Podcast with Soul. Tell him Sean. Tell him Jersey Rich sent you. You feel me? So I'm mostly gonna be on here promoting his page right now because that page is blowing the fuck up, and I'm just gonna ride the wave. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I think academics from Jersey too. Yeah, we a lot of them. Sean G from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. Academics, like a lot of us. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people. It's a lot of famous people coming like from like New York and Jersey area. Even though I'm in Florida though, but I still claim Jersey heavy. Yep, academics. Sean G blowing up. So yes, a lot of it's getting heavy out here now. Content getting crazy. Brain deals. It's a lot of shit going on. See, like me, I'm trying to link up with Cuban Links. That was on part of Terror Squad. Um, I was supposed to have another interview with Black Ink because I don't know if anybody know like Black Ink sees is going to be starting up the Black Ink thing again. There's a lot of shit behind the scenes that's going on with Black Ink that I don't want to tell people yet until he put the news out. But I know some shit that's going on with Black Ink. Everybody know that those my brothers. So I know a lot of shit with C's. You know what I mean? Spider. He went to Rutgers. Yeah. Well, Rutgers in Newark. Yeah. Sean G. He be back live tomorrow. Um, but the Diddy case, the trial is like a weird time. Tomorrow, I think he said the trial starts at 1 o'clock to 5. So I think he said he might do like an early live. Then he'd come on after 5. Yeah, so tell him that Jersey Rich sent y'all. I'll make sure y'all good in the chat. I can't moderate y'all none of that shit though, but I'll make sure he know like I sent y'all there. So definitely check out the podcast with Soul. A lot of good content, not just the Diddy case. He does a lot of different kind of content. Workout, talks about finance because he got a finance degree. A lot of shit. Norco, New Brunswick, but I remember hearing he graduated from Rutgers. Yeah, Norco would be the smaller campus. New Brunswick. I've been to both campuses. The New Brunswick campus is big as hell in New Brunswick, but I've been to both campuses, Newark and New Brunswick. But I'm glad to see everybody on here though. Like I said, y'all don't see me because I do not follow those beefing contents no more. I don't really follow them. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't follow them shits. So we got a lot of other shit going on. We got Trump sending the military around now. You know what I mean? California, New York. You know what I mean? Fucking with ISIS. Got ISIS around and shit, deporting people. Shit getting crazy. And I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah? I kind of agree with it. I don't give a fuck. And the reason why I agree with it, because it's so, and me being down here in Florida, there's so many immigrants down here that's taking over fucking jobs and everything now. I hate to say, but they are. They need to get out of here, especially if they don't got their paperwork. They need to get the fuck out of here. Like real talk. I can see if they're here legally and they got the paperwork, cool. But if you're not here legally, you need to get the fuck out of here because you're taking jobs away from like real Americans. You know what I'm saying? You funny as hell. Shit, don't look back. You turn into a pillow. So, hey yo, shit, you got to obey the law. Period. That's a fact. I don't support those. I don't support like people here, immigrants here, taking over jobs, healthcare. These people getting loans. You know what I mean? These people are able to buy houses, and then we out here like bums. Shit, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out this country, yo. Real talk. Get out this country with that bullshit. Yo. So I actually do stand with ISIS and shit. I do stand with that shit? To be honest, like I do. I see people protesting and all this shit, and the people that protesting are like Americans. They stupid. I'm like, you do know these immigrants are taking our jobs and our healthcare and shit, right? You want them to stay in this country, you must be something wrong with you, huh? Like for real, must be something wrong with you. Yeah, it's crazy up there. Yeah, down here it's starting to come. It's start, where I'm at in Florida, it's starting to look like North America. It's just like, especially where I work, it ain't nothing but yeah. Florida is becoming worse now. Yep, it's definitely becoming worse with just immigrants everywhere, especially where I'm at, especially where I work at. It's nothing but immigrants. If I'm getting the fuck out, I working out that area, it's nothing but immigrants, and they taking over everything. They think they run shit now. Yep, they coming through Florida. Yep. I mean, I've been hearing that shit too from my people back in Jersey. A lot of my boys be saying a lot of people like a lot of people from New York is running to Jersey now. Jersey has been I don't know how you feel, Nicole. Like, has Jersey been overcrowded? You think? So I know a lot of people are saying that Jersey been like overcrowded because the immigrants or whatever. A lot of people from New York migrating to Jersey now, and Jersey's like New York now, where it's just too populated now. So it's getting crazy everywhere. So I agree with ISIS checking people now. I do. Like, come on, we all knew that's gonna happen with Trump being in office. He said that shit. What the fuck y'all think the wall was for? You know what I mean? To get these immigrants out of here. Yeah, everybody saying, oh, probably they say people driving, people can't drive. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of stories now. I've been out of Jersey for like 8 years. You know what I mean? And the stuff I'm hearing is not good at all. What's happening in Jersey. And then it's making the prices go up in Jersey too high. Like they want like $2,000 for like a one bedroom and shit. Like some dumbass prices that they know people can't afford. They really trying to cut the middle class off. Like, come on now, $2,000 for a motherfucking one bedroom or studio? You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's New York prices. You know what I mean? Living in the city, $2,000 for a fucking studio apartment. And now it's the same in Jersey now because everybody has migrated into damn Jersey now. That's what's happening down here in Florida now. Where I'm at, this shit used to be hella cheap. This shit actually the rent and everything's starting to go up here now. The rent going up, but the pay don't go up. Shit don't make no sense. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm saying, Nicole. Like they taking all the jobs. They taking all the jobs, the healthcare, they getting all the loans, and then people like really people out here acting stupid because ISIS is taking people away. No, they need to go back to their countries and come back when you get your paperwork right at least. No, you can't be living here like we could really go to your country and do what the fuck we want. You know what I mean? Like it's the same way. Shit, you're not American. Hate to say, it, like shit. You ain't got no ancestry down here that didn't do stuff. That's why I don't like they coming down here like my family helped build. No, your family did not help build this shit. Fuck up out of here. This shit was built by foundational Black Americans. Built most of this shit to fuck up, but slavery. Let's just be honest. You understand what I'm saying? And the immigrants. I mean, immigrants. They did their shit though, but this shit was built off the back of slaves. Like get out of here. That's just talk. That's just talk facts. Yep, and they send the money back to their countries. That's a fact. Scorpio, that is a fact. And then they come, they sending money. You know what it is too. Then you got Mexicans and I don't want to just go into like different nationalities, but these people are actually smart though. They're all live in one house, right? They have 10 people living in one damn house, paying the mortgage, saving up their money, and then they'll go buy another house, and before you know it, they got 10. They took over the whole block. They own 10 houses. That's what they did in my mom's old block. I'm like, damn, this one that's the same person that owned the house across the street. I'm like, damn, he owned all four of these houses. That's what they doing. They smart with it. That's because we don't stick together right. They just smarter when it comes to like finance and shit. They come into our country, they get loans. You know what I mean? They get the health care. And then people got a nerve to be out here like protesting and stuff. Like you really protesting about keeping them into the country that's like making it harder for you. The rent went higher, gas, food prices went higher. Come on now, there's no jobs. People gonna start like doing bad shit soon because there's no jobs. And it's not like people don't want to work. It ain't no jobs. That's just what it is. There ain't no good jobs no more at all. So you're very lucky to get a good job. If you land a good job, you have to stay with that shit. You gotta stay with that for real because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow or the next day. That's why like with YouTube, I'm putting my eggs in the basket with YouTube. None of this shit. I don't trust none of this stuff. You definitely gotta have a like 3 or 4 different sources of income. That's facts. I wish when I was in school they talked about that. They wasn't talking about that because the internet wasn't big when I was in high school like that. So nobody was talking about, oh, you need to have 3 incomes. Somebody was talking like that like 15 years ago and shit like that. It was people wasn't talking like that. Now everybody say, oh man, we need 3 jobs and we need this and that. I'm like, yeah, you definitely do. You definitely motherfucking do. But they definitely sending money back to their country for a fact. I just came on here just to talk some real shit with y'all and also promote Sean G's page. Like that's where I'm mostly at. If I could catch him live, I'm mostly over there. You know what I mean? Doing my moderating shit, nothing crazy. Just on there, building connections up. That's it though. I ain't really been on the social media shit. To no job, probably get in with a state job. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. If I, cause I there was a, there, I had like a couple. I was ready supposed to go to Jersey. That still might be up in the air, but I was gonna have to come back. And lucky, like I know people that work in the state, like my cousin and a couple of my like brothers. They work for the state. So people say if I came back, that's gonna help me get into like good job. But I might just go back into the state down here. I'm thinking about going back into well, a county. I'm thinking about going back into the county or the school board down here. 'Cause you know me, I used to work for the state and the county down here. So I'm thinking about going back into the county down here and say like fuck it. You know what I mean? Just go back into something that's more secure. These little other jobs, it's not secure. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to get back into the county soon. Hopefully sometime by the end of next month I can get back into the county. And that's what I'm saying. People really protesting and burning cars, and the people that's doing it are really like they really like from here. I'm like, bro, you really from New York? You really from California? You burning cars about some immigrants? And some people just doing it just to do it. I'm like, nigga, you ain't even got family that's and no immigrants really. You stupid. Oh, the Department of Sanitation. Yeah, actually working for the Department of Sanitation is actually a real good job. And he in New York. Yeah, that's a good. And anything with sanitation, working for the city, the county, any state kind of job, government job, that's where you need to be at now. You need to be in one of those type of fields. Excuse me, y'all. You really need to be in one of those type of fields because it ain't nothing down here. It ain't nothing over here. I swear it gave me like hiccups. That's what I'm trying to teach my sons. Like, man, you definitely gotta have some different strands of income. Something like my young son, he like to draw. I'm like, shit, you might have to turn that into a business on the side of something where you use your art skills to make clothes or something. You know what I mean? Maybe a cartoon artist or something. Like shit, I don't trust it. I don't. Even, I feel more bad for like my sons when they get older, because this shit messed up for our generation, and you know what I mean. People that's we ain't old enough to retire yet, still gotta work. The way it's going now, you're never going to be able to retire. Real talk. You're never going to be able to retire comfortably unless you got like some kind of crazy pension. You're not going to be able to retire that comfortable. Yep. You got to take the civil service exam. I took that a long time ago. I took that a long time ago when I was in Jersey. I took that a long time ago. So if I had to, I would have to take that shit all over again. Yeah, long time. I got mad long to retire. I got mad long to retire. I ain't retiring for the next like shit 30 something years. So I got hella time to retire. I ain't gonna be trying for a long time. My class probably won't be able to retire unless we got like three or four strands of income. That's why I said I'm heavy when it comes to the stock market now, like learning the stock, how to day trade, options, whatever. Anything that has to do with the stock market, I'm just kind of on it now. Anything that has to do with doubling money. I don't even fuck with sport betting like that no more because I lost a lot of money sport betting. I'm like, I made more money like with the stock market to be honest, holding stocks, cryptos, maybe day trading a little bit. Even though you could lose money real fast with day trading though. But if you're smart with it, you can make some money too. So that's what I've been doing, y'all. Like I said, the podcast with Souls, the channel I be on. I don't follow none of those trauma pages no more. They ain't doing nothing for us but just talking shit about the same motherfuckers that they talked shit about 5 years ago. I'm like, yo, y'all still arguing about the same stuff you talked about 5 years ago? What the fuck? But hopefully hopefully I would think so. Hopefully, I pray. That's why like I'm trying to like just put money to the side now into like stocks and just other shit now. You know what I mean? I want to like I'm just trying to put money away so I can retire sooner. I would love to. I would love to retire sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people around my age, we've been worried about that the retirement age, or are we gonna have a pension and all that stuff? So a lot of us been nervous. Social media changed a lot. It's harder to get a lot of viewers. It's harder to go viral now. So it's kind of hard to depend on like social media like that unless you already got a big platform. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. But I'm here though, YouTube. Like I said, you probably see me doing some shorts. What Juice? Why you ain't got no wrench for a Juice? Why you ain't got no wrench? They give you a wrench. You got no wrench on this dumbass. Hold on. You said why I've been hiding that Juice? Not on this bitch. No, I was just saying that Juice. I don't follow those beefing sections no more, Juice. Juicy, Juice box. You said don't say my name like that. Your name is Juice. Juice box. Now I miss you, Juice. Juice box, Juicy Juice. You trying to say you juicy? No, I don't follow those. I don't follow those beefing platforms so much. That's why people don't see me no more. Those shits is corny. For real, Juice, I miss you. You don't hit me up no more. You corny. Juice don't be hitting me up no more. Man. Like I don't follow those corny ass pages no more. I do not follow them. Oh man, I just want to be by my window. But you can follow me on a podcast with Soul. You said you corny? No, I said I don't follow those corny ass pages. I'm not saying you corny. I just don't follow those corny ass platforms no more. Follow them corny ass shit. But you can follow me on the podcast with Soul. Like I said, I've been I said this a couple times. I've been moderating a big channel that's blowing up. Sean G, the podcast with Soul. So if you want to like see me or my name, that's where I mostly be at. I don't be on nobody else's platform like that no more. Oh, where are you going? Drag me? Come on with it, Juice. We're gonna do that when football season start back up. Yeah, the podcast with Soul. I'll be on the podcast with Soul. You know, I'm just throwing my connections up behind the scenes type shit. Nah, I'm gonna see over here. This shit. The podcast with Soul. Sean G, the podcast with Soul. Well, practice on, practice on. We're gonna drag them Cowboys. Like I said, it's hard for me to drag the Cowboys. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I'm low key like a little Cowboy fan. You know, what I mean, because of my dad, I grew up a Cowboy fan, so it's kind of hard for me to drag them. You lucky you're a Cowboy fan. You lucky you're a Cowboy fan. You lucky you're a Cowboy fan. You lucky that's my dad's team. My dad doing well, I think. I haven't seen my dad in a minute. I need to go back to Jersey for a minute. I haven't been in Jersey like 2 years type shit. Has it been 2 years? Maybe like a year and a half. I haven't been home in a minute. You say you definitely go check him out. The podcast with Soul. Yeah. Tell him Jersey Rich sent you. Why you give me that face for, Juice? Why you give me that face for? That's like a sick look. Hey, stop playing with me, Peach 100. I need to get some big ass interviews going or something. Like where the famous people at? Yeah, Juice be playing games with me and shit. Yeah, the podcast with Soul. That's the only page I kind of been on moderating for. I haven't seen nobody else live like that. You don't go live, Juice. You ain't never been live. You said you was gonna go live like 3 years ago, and you you ain't never went. Well, I ain't never seen you. If you went live, I ain't never see that shit. Like I don't go live no more, so people don't see me. I don't go live with this shit no more. Said Juicy Juice. Your name wasn't always Juicy Juice neither. You just changed that shit. Why you change your name to Juicy anyway? When you put the Juicy in front of your name, you just did that shit. Juicy Juice. Juicy. Trying to say you juicy and shit full of juice. Come on. I keep watching the same ass episode too. That shit keep just be playing on my shit, on this fire stick shit. Fuck. But what's up with it, chat? What's popping? What else is going on with it? Like I said, I'm just on here tapping base with happy a lot of the queens popped up in here. And I ain't really doing much, just talking. We'll talk about ISIS a little bit. We talked about a little bit of everything. While I haven't been on YouTube, follow the podcast with Soul. Like I said, that page is blowing up. We just had academics. We had 360 Jeezy. We had a lot of big YouTubers on there. Had about like 3,000 people today in the chat. You dig? So then the podcast with Soul, Sean G. The podcast with Soul. Go check that out, y'all. That's the page I be moderating for mostly. I don't do this YouTube shit no more. Shit boring now. The content boring. The beefing sectors. You still be on them beefing sectors? Who still follows beefing sectors? I don't even know what them sectors is called. Beefing sector, trolling sector. I don't know what the fuck you call them bullshits no more. I call it that sector that people that just ain't got no life. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. People that just like the gossip and shit. That shit corny now, bro. I backed away from them pages like months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. I backed away from this that shit. Like once in a while, I might throw something on. I might listen to it. I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers talk about the same stuff, bro. Like shit ass. Well, I'm glad you don't. Glad you don't, Queen. Like I'm just, I don't even know what the sexist is called. There's some sexist that go. I guess it's a trolling sector. Wherever people go back and forth with. I don't follow those pages no more. Kind of gave up following them. You know, what I mean, they don't follow me, so why the fuck I'm gonna follow people that don't pop up in my chat when when I was going live on a consistent level. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the RU gossip. It's the gossip sector. That's what I call it. It's the gossip sector. To me, they just gossip. So I just don't follow that shit no more. I'm just like, And like I said, they don't pay the they don't come on my platform and show the respect back, show the love back. So I'm gonna keep support people that just don't support my platform. But then they'll be waiting for me to pop up with somebody famous, like a Black Ink member or something like that. Oh man, Jersey Rich know them. I'm like, bro, that's why I don't. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been pushing interviews. Like I haven't been pushing that shit because of that. I'm like, bro, people just want to use you and shit. Get out of here, yo, for real. He said it's more men. Yo, that is a fact. It's definitely more men doing it than women. That's a fact. This drama and a lot of people actually taking the drama into like real beef. A lot of people know each other personally because people know people live at people fuck people baby mamas. I was on somebody's platform not too long ago. I'm like, damn, you fucked his baby mama. I'm like, bro, this is more than like just YouTube. This like Jerry Springer type shit. Like this shit crazy. Like, yeah, man, I fucked your baby mama the other day and shit. I'm like, bro, this shit crazy, bruh. I'm like, y'all taking this shit to heart. Y'all doing too much. It's more than this YouTube. If you know the person personally and then you air people's business out on YouTube, nah, bro, that's some kid stuff to me. Like, nah, I can't fuck with it. Yeah, that's a fact. People getting that's a fact. Live it. Like it's too much. So I just stopped following the page because it ain't doing nothing for me. I ain't getting no money from it. I ain't getting no promotion from it. People not like, yo, go sub to Jersey Rich. Anybody saying that, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't do it back no more. I think I was showing people too much love like a year ago. I'm like, bro, fuck this shit, bro. I ain't showing people no love that don't come on my platform no more. Why am I hitting the like button, giving you a view? You know what I mean? Like for some shit that ain't benefiting me. I'd rather watch some people that talk about food, you know what I mean, sports or something, the stock market, something different. You know what I mean? Something that's gonna like motivate my brain to be better. Y'all like motivate my brain to be stupid, kind of like keeping me in this little box. And a lot of people that stick with that, yeah, you look forward to beefing like all the time, and ain't nothing coming out that shit. I'm like, nah, get out of here. Hey, what up, Monkey Man? What it do? It's been a long time, Monkey Man. How you doing? Hopefully everything is well with you, man. Hopefully everything is well. I'm surprised that some of y'all got the notification bell. Hit the like button. I appreciate it. Because I haven't been live. Like I said, haven't really been live on this page. I haven't been live on nothing. I just been moderating the podcast with Soul. But I don't want to promote that page too heavy where I don't want the wrong people on that platform. But go to the podcast with Soul, Sean G. Tell him Jersey Rich sent you. I'm one of his top moderators on that page. He got like 169K subscribers. Shit blowing up. We just had academics, 360 Jeezy. You know what I mean? I think people from Hot 97 popped up. We had a lot of people. Damn, you been locked up, Monkey Man? Shit. Well, I'm glad you out now. Damn, you been locked up. Yeah, a lot of shit been going on with people. No wonder why, but I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen. There's a lot of names I haven't seen in a while. A lot of people have like fallen off from YouTube now. Just normal life shit. You know what I mean? A lot of us ain't really making money off YouTube. We do this shit for a hobby. It's free. That's the reason why I popped back on here too, because a lot of people haven't seen my face in a while. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just pop up, back up in here so people know I'm alive. I'm all right. I just haven't been on YouTube, and the reason why I haven't been on YouTube, just work schedule changed. What I mean? Be focused on just different kind of content that I'm watching and that I'm into now, and maybe how I might want to like get involved with my platform eventually. Maybe how I might change my platform up. You never know. But right now, I'm just cooling. Right now, I'm just cooling. Right now, YouTube. You said who a cutie? Who you talking about? Who you talking about, Queen? Since put on my shoes. Hmm. The podcast was sold, y'all. The podcast was sold. That's what I be on. The podcast was sold. Like I said, I might just be on here promoting Sean G's page. I'm just, sometimes you gotta ride that wave. I'm just riding that wave with Sean G. Ride that wave with Sean G. Salute, salute, salute. Who is this, man? Somebody just hit me up. What is this? Computer, something. Somebody hit me up. It said just been working. Yeah, same here. Just been working and a lot of extra shit going on, personal stuff. Like I said, go to the podcast with Soul. What I mean, tell Sean G, Jersey Rich sent you. He's covering the Diddy case. Like I said, he's been in the courtroom since the trial started. A lot of content behind the scenes that's going on with shit. So that's the page I've been moderating the most on when I'm on YouTube. It's mostly the podcast with Soul. Um, yeah, the podcast with Soul, y'all. Sean G. You know what I mean? Jersey Rich. Like I said, I might get back into some shorts on this channel. But other than that, hey, to go on live is corny. I'm just glad to see some of you guys. I miss seeing y'all, miss talking to the chat. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Haven't been really live like that. I've been live maybe like a couple weeks ago on this page, but I was like a quick live and I ended up just cutting it off because I'm mostly be getting a lot of phone calls too where I can't really be live like that. A lot of people call me when I sit on the phone. You dig? I go live on my phone. So, I get a lot of phone calls. My son here call me. A lot of people call me. So sometimes I just don't got time just to go live, and when I don't got time just to sit on sit on the chat like I want to. I need to get my thing from my computer so I could go back live on my computer again. It's just that shit been I don't know that should be freezing my damn fucking computer up. That's why I don't go live on my computer no more. But what else is going on, chat? What y'all doing? Anything new? Anybody putting out any content? Anybody got anything they want to promote? Anything special going on? Like any birthdays? I mean, I'm a Gemini. My birthday coming up in a couple weeks. Actually, Juneteenth is my birthday. So just getting old now. Just getting older now. Just getting old now. I've been almost an hour. Time go by fast. Shit. Been live for almost an hour already. Oh, you should try. I remember you saying that before you trying to write a book. Yeah, let us know when you finish writing your book. Yeah, I love to read your book and support it. That's why I want to know like what people got going on. I was actually thinking about getting back into starting my brand back, like my clothing brand. Maybe I might do that the end of this year, going into like the beginning of next year. You said it's real hard, it's real difficult. Scripting mama, it's difficult, right? Writing a book. Yeah, I never wrote a book. Like I never wrote a book, so I only can imagine that it's real difficult. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully you can get through it. Are you like, are you writing it like writing it yourself, or you got anybody like trying to co-write it for you, or you know what I mean? Some people like some people, a lot of people now be using Chat GPT now. Like they're but the only thing with Chat GPT is like you can't use Chat GPT to write the whole book for you because it'll be like copywritten or you gotta like I don't think they give you credit for all of that, but you could definitely use a lot of ideas from Chat GPT. A lot of people use Chat GPT to do stuff like that now to write books or write like a rough draft of a book and then rewrite it a little bit in your own words. I know a lot of people do that. Maybe that can make it a little bit easier. I'm thinking about getting back into my clothing brand maybe. Maybe that's one thing I'll use this for. Running your tablet. Yeah, I know a lot of people use Chat GPT. Hmm. Like I said, I've been live for almost an hour, well, a little over an hour now. Just kicking it with the chat. The boy hasn't been live in a while. I ain't think that my notifications was going to get out to nobody because I'm gonna just randomly go live. You said, do I still do security? Yeah, well, yeah, I wouldn't like loss prevention, but I work for a bullshit ass store. Not my original store I was working at. Something happened with that job. I fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. Um, I'm doing loss prevention again at some bitch ass little store, which I'm about to get about that store, and I'm about to go back and try to work for the county. Probably go back to like the school board or something like that. Next month, hopefully next month, because the school opens back up here because they already on summer break. They go back in August, so hopefully sometime next month I could get back into the school board. Yeah, I'm about to get out that field because that field not good. The security field's not that good down here, so I'm about to get out that field and go back into like the school board. Yeah, I'm gonna go back into the school board hopefully before August. Get back into like a union, get back into like a union job and shit like that. So that's kind of what I'm focused back on. Like I said, I used to work for the state and the city. You know what I mean? Or the county and the state. Two different jobs though, and I gave both of them jobs up. And ever since then, things never was the same for me after I left those two certain jobs. So I'm trying to go back. Yeah, I'm definitely go back into the school board. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back into the school board. And I could go back right that. People just hire me back into the school board. I just got past the piss test. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was smoking a little bit, like a little bit ago. So I had to like relax my body for like a good month. So that's the reason why like I can't get I had the opportunity to get back into it now. But like for right now, I gotta like clear my body out, cleanse my body out again for another month or so and so I can start the process again. Oh yeah, it's way more benefits. It's a lot more benefits. Healthcare, dentists, the union, how the pay raises are. This is way better. Especially the job I'm doing now is just a stepping stone job just to keep bills running. That's all that job was. I already had it in my mind that I was going to be doing something else. Yeah, I just couldn't do the overnight shift. I was doing the overnight shift. It was killing me. I couldn't do that shift no more. I'm like, nah, I need to go back into the morning shift or afternoon shift. I cannot do that graveyard shift no more. That graveyard shift. That's why it's called the graveyard shift. The overnight shift will really kill you because you're not sleeping right. You're not meant. Your body not meant to stay up that late to like 3 in the morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Like it's not. Your body's not meant to stay up like that all the time. Like for a normal shift, that shift is not. That shift is. That's why it's called the graveyard shift. Because people die during that shift. You ain't sleeping good. You don't eat good. None of that stuff. Everything is backwards for you. It's hard to live backwards. It's hard to live a backward life. You know, what I mean, when everybody's up, you supposed to be sleeping and shit. I don't like that shit because it was very hard for me to sleep, especially when the kids was here. And I'm getting off of work, and then everybody coming back home, and I'm supposed to be asleep. I'm like, no, that shit don't work. Especially when you got kids. I'm like, no, that shit don't work. That shit do not work. So I'm like, you know what? I got to go back into a schedule where it's closer to everybody else's schedule. Yeah, y'all. Hopefully everybody's doing well and blessed. Hopefully, Scorpio Mama, you can finish your book. I love to support it. You know what I mean? Anybody else out there inside the chat, hit that like button. Let me know what y'all got going on when it comes to anything you got going on with your channel. I don't really do YouTube no more. Like I said, the only thing I might do on this page is my shorts. I might get back into my music shorts, and that's just because it keeps me busy. No problem, Queen. Definitely support you. The fuck? Definitely support. I definitely support. But I ain't gonna be live too much longer. Y'all might have to end this live. Maybe I'll come back live tomorrow for a couple minutes. I just wanted to see if this page was still in the algorithm or not. Definitely go follow Sean G, the podcast with Soul. I'm one of his moderators. I'll be on there every day. He's live. Most of the days he's live. I'll be on there. Building up connections, moderating, shit like that behind the scenes. You dig, you dig, you dig. Also, like I said, I am gonna start dropping shorts on this page again, music shorts. So, like I said, I want to turn this into like a music library when it comes to shorts. That was my original goal like 6 months ago, and I stopped doing it. And a lot of people saying, "Hey, Barry, hey, Rich, I mean, I miss you doing that. You was playing songs I haven't heard in years, and I put that on my playlist because I heard it on your page. So that made me want to kind of go back and doing what I was originally doing. So if you check out my short videos on this page, you'll see some short videos I did with people's music behind me and stuff like that. So I'm trying to turn this into like a music library, something you could come to, maybe jam. Maybe you listen to all my shorts and you just jam in my shorts. Uh, with the music behind it, a lot of '80s music, '70s music, early '90s, early 2000 music, a lot of classics. I mean, I'm trying to touch base with a lot of classic music, maybe a little bit of new school, but a lot of classics. That maybe songs that you forgot about. I'm trying to bring back. So on that note, YouTube, I definitely appreciate everybody showing love to the platform. All my queens that popped up, the kings that popped up. I definitely appreciate y'all. Hopefully, everybody hits that notification bell. I will try to go back live again, maybe tomorrow. Maybe for not this long though, but I'll try to go back live sometime tomorrow. But definitely go check out the podcast with Soul. That's that's the page where you'll see my name on the most. You ain't gonna see me live, it ain't my page, but I'm just one of his moderators, and I'm just promoting Sean G's page. I said I'm just riding that wave with the page. If the page is just blowing the fuck up, so I might as well just ride the wave, and maybe it might benefit me in the long run. You know what I mean? Like he might become a bigger YouTuber than what he is, and that might benefit me. Be me being one of his moderators. It could benefit. It could be. That's how it should be. That's how it should be originally. Like if you got a big platform and somebody's like one of your moderators, it actually should benefit them too eventually. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't look at it like that, but it should. But that's for another topic. We'll get into that. But on that note, y'all, I don't know, I'm about to eat something again. Might take me a nap or something. I've been tired. Maybe talk to my son, whatever. Talk to the family. And that's about it, y'all. Hopefully everybody have a blessed rest of your day. I definitely appreciate every single one of y'all that popped up to the platform. And I'm gonna catch everybody in the next video. Y'all be safe. We out.